All right. So one of y'all asked a really good question, which is, how do you not take these things personally? How is it that when you invite someone to do anything, whether you're like, come get tea with me, or go on a date with me, or be my client, and they say no, how do you not take that as a rejection? How is that not personal? How does that not define who you are as a person? How does somebody not wanting to be with you make you less than what you are? Okay, so let's switch it around. Let's think about a time someone offered you something and you just didn't need it for that reason. Now, there could have been any number of reasons for this, right? Sometimes it's like, I just don't want to be around this person. I know that I don't like their energy. It doesn't give anything to me, and I don't want to do it. All right? So that's still not personal, right? That still doesn't have anything to do with who that person is. In that, just because it's not right for me doesn't mean that there isn't hundreds of other people out there who wouldn't trade their left foot to spend time with that person, right? It just means that it's not right for me personally. It doesn't mean that it's not right for them personally, okay? Or how about, like, if you just go to the store, you're at like Costco or whatever, and someone offers you a sample of something, and you just don't need it, right? That doesn't have anything to do with the person who offered it to you. Maybe you had a bite to eat, maybe you're vegan, maybe you're just not in the mood, you know? But it's not like you're like looking at the person who's offering you, you know, like a chocolate chip cookie, and you're like, well, I don't want it from you, but if it were someone else, maybe I would take it, you know? It's not personal. It doesn't have anything to do with them. It's just not what you want at that moment. So you have to play these little mind games with yourself where you switch the situation around to get out of your own head, right? The ego, oh, she's so fragile. She wants to protect you so much. She thinks she's so important because she thinks she's different from everyone else. And I'll tell you, you are important because you are no different from anyone else, all right? The ego wants to create that separation. The spirit is like, no, that's not how it works, right? It doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you to see yourself as separate. Okay, here's a physiological way to think of it. Think of like the cells in your body. So you've got like your macrophages, which eat the dead cells. They're like the vacuum cleaner, sort of. So if a vacuum cleaner goes up to a lymphocyte, which is like your T cell, like your immunity, your protective cell, and is like, are you dead yet? Do you need cleaned up? And the lymphocyte is like, no, go do something else. Then it's like the lymphocyte is like, he just doesn't need the macrophage quite yet, right? But the macrophage isn't like, oh, well, what am I going to do now? My life is meaningless because that lymphocyte wasn't ready for me. No, he's just going to go find someone else to hoover up. And he's going to go on with his very short life. All right, so we got an anatomy lesson, and you learned how not to take things personally. Have a great day, my friends.